We will be going live in a few minutes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. We will be going live in a few minutes. Okay, we'll bring in the intro first. We will be going live in a few minutes. Okay, we'll bring in the intro first. Sorry about that. Having some technical difficulties. Okay. Now, just give me another minute here, because there's supposed to be a banner along the bottom here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to talk about the 2020 real estate forecast. And actually, on my blog below, the real estate with Mr. G.blog, if you go to the article that says 2020 real estate forecast, you will see a short video on this. And actually, let me see if I could play it. That's still on that one there. Okay. Well, I don't want to mess around with it too much. I'm still learning the software and how to go about it. But I was able to show you my intro. All right. So we talked last week about the home buying process, and I posted on my blog, and it's under resource materials, my 10 steps in the home buying process. And some videos I've seen, they broke it down to 4, but it's too small. It's not preparing you for what's out there. So I thought my outline is better. And again, if you go to my blog and click on resource materials, you'll see it. But today we'll talk about the 2020 real estate forecast. Just let me see if I could actually, let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try a little thing here. Okay, it's going to bring me to here. And we're going to just bring this down to here. I'm going to try to play this little video here. And, okay. And I'm going to make it more, because you're not going to be able to see the charts in there. So I'm going to make it full screen. And let's see. Let's try playing it. There we go. And I'm having technical difficulties with this. Please stand by. All right, maybe we'll just play it from here. There we go. So that was a cute little video, which gives you a summary of what to expect in. And by the way, on my blog, if you click on that, if you go to that video to see, I also have uploaded the documents that support those numbers, so you can review those as well. So it's not just throwing it out to you. You can review those numbers. So what's good about 2020? Well, what's surprising is that the interest rates are still very low, and they're below 4%. We had thought once the economy gets strong, and when I say we, I'm talking about real estate people, I'm talking about mortgage people, I'm talking about economists, who predict the future. And we figure once the economy gets strong, the interest rates will go up, but they haven't, and they still remain low and under 4%, which is really, really good. And what's good about the low interest rate is that home prices are going up. So, of course, the more costly the house, the higher the mortgage. But if the interest rates stay low and they stay below 4%, and that's what we're expecting for 2020, more people will be able to purchase homes that may be a little bit higher. Well, let's put it this way. More people would say, for instance, qualify for a $200,000 home at 3.75% interest, as opposed to 4.5 to 5, right? Because that mortgage payment gets higher, and that person may not meet the income limits for that. So keeping them low is going to be helpful. Now, what we're also having a situation is that inventory is low. And one of the reasons why inventory was low is because people were waiting until the economy would get stronger. The prices of homes, let's say prior to 2007, went really, really high. And then we had the burst of the real estate bubble, and prices came back down again. So many people were waiting. Okay, I'll just wait till it goes up to those 2006 levels, but it's not happening. All right. It went just too high, but now it's going back up again. And people who were holding their houses to get a better return once they sold them, with the rising of home prices, they may now be more motivated to put it on the market. Okay. But at the point right now, housing inventory is low, and we actually need more listings. There's a lot of buyers out there, and they need to see more homes. That's the bottom line. So with these buyers entering the market who now they're more secure in their jobs, they're getting hopefully increases in their wages. We're beginning to see that as well. And now they could afford for, either moving up from a smaller home into a larger one, or they may be renters and say, hey, now it's ready. Now it's time to purchase a home. So that's what's going on with that. Okay. And again, the reports say, and home sales will increase. So they're expecting the selling of a home to be very strong this year. So it's a great time. If you're thinking, should I put my house on the market? And real estate people will say yes, but it's actually now. Actually, now it is a good time with the economy being strong. Okay, wages are beginning to go up. More people are secure in their jobs or getting better jobs, and now they want to buy homes. So I want to also talk about, and there are many people who will try to sell a house on their own. And I always say, we real estate people always have a thing to say. Well, you could sell it higher with me, or, do you want to make money or save money? And there's always, like a nice little adage to say, we're a service industry, and there are some people who can sell a home. Well, you can sell a home on your own if you understand the process, and you could actually perhaps make more money than listing it. Okay, we're a service industry. You are hiring me as a service, and I still will get you the best price. And what's most important, and what I see a lot of people who are trying to list on their own, and we go through I have clients looking for houses. I come across ones that are FSBOs, for sale by owner, and many times they're priced higher than it should be with the rest of the market. And it's difficult because your home is very precious to you and you think it's worth a lot more. Okay. But you have to carefully do a comparative market analysis of your home, and using like a 1 mile radius, and see what homes are active that are similar to yours, And when I say similar, I'm talking about the amount of bedrooms, the amount of baths, the square footage. And we usually go 10% down and 10% high when we're doing a search. If you have any other extras to your house, like for instance, if you're by water, if you're waterfront, that's going to be a higher priced property rather than one that's not by water. And there will be other items as well that will make your house different. And I want to say this is not easy to do, even though people say, "Oh, that you have Zillow, you have Trulia, you have Realtor.com," but it's not an easy process, because a lot of times if you look at Zillow and you get like their estimate, they're averaging in also foreclosures and short sales. And a lot of these homes are in need of repair, and they're selling it, especially with a short sale. They're trying to sell it before they go into foreclosure, and they've made an agreement with the bank to sell it for less than what they owe. So a house like that, when you're doing a CMA, a comparative market analysis, when it's averaged in, it's going to lower that amount and give you a rough estimate. Okay. And then a lot of times, this estimate is actually a lot higher, and people get very gung-ho. And however Zillow came about finding that this estimate, when it's higher, I don't know how they did it. There might have been one house within a 1 mile radius that was priced very, very high, and they brought it in. But doing the CMA is very subjective. Okay. You have to look, and that's what an appraiser is going to do as well, by the way. I had one appraiser who lowered the value of the house because it was across the street from a 24-hour, it wasn't a 7-Eleven, but it was similar to one. And he thought that brought down the value of the house. Who figures that out? I mean, that's something that and we thought it was a plus. You go across the street, get coffee 24 hours. You could get back in New York, you would get a bagel, a bagel and a coffee. Here, but again, you could have coffee, day-based sandwiches. But for this one appraiser, brought it down. So it's very, very subjective. And another appraiser might have overlooked that and said, "Hey, but it's by the beach, and it was like a gut renovation." So that's how it is. So pricing your property is not easy to do. I've been in the business now going on 28 years, and there's always some new nuances I find out about pricing homes. And it's something, if you're brand new at it, and again, if you're the owner and you have like a sentimental value to it, it's not going to be the right current market value. All right. Because the worst thing is that what happened is that you put a house on the market, it's priced high, someone makes an offer on that price, and then the appraisal comes in and it's much lower, and then you got to do a lot of negotiations. So the important thing is to price it right. And the other thing as well, I had one investor, they bought the house from me, and they then renovated it and they put it back on the market. And I told them, for this neighborhood, the most you're going to get for this size house, I forgot it was a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, was about $220,000. So he put in all these high-end appliances, and he did really a beautiful renovation. So he wanted to sell it, I think it was around $259,000. I said, you hired me, you did the renovation. I told you not to go this high, but I'll price it. I'll put it on the market for $259,000. It stood on, for about a couple of months. Wouldn't move. We brought it down to $249,000. Still didn't move. He ended up going with another agency, and I kept an eye on it. I wanted to see what would happen. He actually ended up selling it for $229,000. So the point is that some neighborhoods are priced to a certain amount, right? And you can't put a house that's worth, let's just go a little bit higher, like 300,000 in a neighborhood that most of the homes are 220. Okay, because that buyer who's looking, he's going to look at other neighborhoods that have a majority of homes at that price. Okay, now it's possible it could sell, and it's possible that you could get an appraiser in and bring in at a higher amount. But this importance of pricing your house correctly, there's a science to it, and it's not easy to do. All right. So again, I would, unless you've done it before, and not only do you understand pricing your home, but also all the paperwork that's involved, all the contracts and the additional the property inspection contingency addendum, the property inspection contingency removal addendum. In this area of we're in Hampton Roads, we have to have a termite and moisture inspection, and once it's done, the company, as long as everything is all right, we have to issue to the bank a clear certificate. All right. The bank won't close on it without a clear certificate. So there's a lot of nuances about selling a home on your own. Yes, if you know what you're doing, you could save money, but you might, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll have your house on the market for a long time. You may be still paying a mortgage on it while it's empty, while you've moved somewhere else. So I'm just giving you the reasons why you should hire a real estate agent on that. And if you're looking, hopefully that will be me. All right. So my last, this is my second live streaming. Went a little long, went maybe about, I'm getting close to it now. I went to about 35 minutes. But just to recap, 2020 is going to be, by many different reference points, and it's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the Mortgage Banking Association, Realtor, they're all forecasting a strong year for real estate sales. And if you have a house and you've been thinking to sell, the time is now. All right. We have buyers out there. The economy is strong, and we need more inventory. Okay. I don't think anybody has made any comments. This will probably stay on social media. If you view it, you could send me comments, any questions. And I'm planning to have one live stream with a loan officer as I get more used to doing this, working out all the quirks. So I have that in the future. But again, other issues we'll talk about. And I want to talk more about first-time home buyers and people who are just buying, who are buying for the first time. There's a lot to learn about, a lot to understand. So I hope to see you soon. Please leave comments, any questions, and just let me know. Thank you very much. And let's see if I could. Now, I won't end with my intro because it's going to take me too long to set it up again. I'm happy it went the first time. So we'll see you next time. I did a Wednesday night. This weekend was very, very busy. I prefer to do on the weekend. Hopefully more people are at home and looking on social media. So I'll let you know via social media if I'm going to try to stay with Saturdays I'll try a weekday. I think Saturday or a Sunday is better. But if you want to say, leave a comment and say, yeah, Saturday would be good. Saturday morning is good. Sunday, I have church service. Sunday afternoon is good. When let me know when a good time is if you want to leave that comment. All right. Thank you very much. And you know what? I will leave with my theme song. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to set this up again. And then let's see. We're going to go to there. And I'm going to end with my theme song. I really like it. And I created it myself. Okay. There we go. And I'll put on full screen. Thank you very much. Thank you.